Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name has been every day on this channel. I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. Guys, if you're enjoying these live streams, make sure that you smash the like button. Absolutely smash it. Destroy it. I don't care if you break your computer. It don't matter to me. I'm not going to buy you a new one, though. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about where I believe to be a very, very, very pivotal point in the market. By the way, which one is the widescreen, the top or the bottom?
I can't remember.
Is that, am I looking at that one?
The bottom. You shouldn't be different, by the way.
Oh, I shouldn't be different. I should be the same? That's good, because I can only be one way, which is the BitBoy.
I thought it was going to be a top or a bottom joke there.
A top or a bottom joke? No. We can't. It's a family-friendly friendly stream. So family-friendly that people are guessing. Never mind. I'm just going to leave that alone. People are guessing there. Might be wrong. But the point here is, guys, I believe we are at a very, very, very pivotal point in cryptocurrency. I think where we're at right now could determine where your portfolio ends up. If you misjudge the moves right now, then you could mess yourself up for the long term one way or the other, or you could set yourself up really, really, really well. We're also going to be discussing some crazy stuff going on with funding rates. We're going to be talking about our ByBit 10K to 100K challenge. Let's say we started with a bang. Could have been a little banger, but you guys know I love bangers.
Oh, wait, do we have our
water?
Yeah, new sponsor.
Guys, you guys can excuse me for 1 second here. Guys, just give me just a second here. Today's show brought to you by water. Brought to you by Essential Water, our new water sponsor on the show. Big shout out to my dude, Kerry. He came and hooked it up. We actually used to play baseball together, so that was pretty fun. He was better than I was back then. Kerry, I love you, dude. Might be able to take you now. I'm just saying. I've been practicing. I've been in the cage. Okay, but the point here is we do have a show water sponsor is Essential Water, so you guys should check them out. It's good water. And TJ, you drank this water before, right?
Yeah, I really like this kind of water.
Really liked it. Guys, that's all it takes is drinking water. You guys put me on the path of drinking water. I also have a giant water bottle now. I want to do the best for you guys. I want to do the best for you. So, okay, guys, let's just get into it. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, all kinds of stuff. 568K. That's a good super chat. I'm not saying it.
They got us yesterday.
They got us yesterday. I'm a little smarter today. I'm pretty street smart. I usually pick up on that stuff, but y'all got me. 568K. Thank you, everybody, for the love. Let's jump into Market Watch. Here we are on CoinMarketCap.com. We're back over 1.5 trillion, and that's trillion with an I, by the way. Trilli. That's how you spell it. We are at 1.5 trillion. Our volume, very interesting, almost back up over $200 billion. That is very important, obviously. And Bitcoin dominance, I think yesterday it was up a little bit. I think it was like 61.4. Today it's back at 61. Could be very interesting to see what happens over the next 24 hours with the dominance if we do get the dip that we're looking for in that. If Bitcoin can get back what I believe to be above $50,000 and hold, I think this could be the sideways move that we're looking for. But I think it's got a pretty difficult road to get there, and we're going to be talking about that all throughout the show today. And guys, you just got to remember when it comes to, I think this is a perfect example. Like we come here to the 24-hour gains. You see stacks up 55.51. Is that the?
That's block stacks.
That's block stacks, right? It's not the block. It's their new token. Like it's a new token, I believe. I think that was the name, but I can't remember. But then you got Phantom coming in 33%, 249% for the week. Golly. Somebody says Essential Water's pH is actually acidic. Well, what if I told you? Never mind. I'm going to leave that there too. Well, I'm going to leave that there too. Okay. Acid ain't that bad, right? I think. Okay. Thorchain project we covered. I know you guys see a lot of these projects that we cover shortly after they have pops, not because we do a video on them, but because there's usually big stuff happening and there's a reason why we're covering them, because we believe bigger things will come down the road. Voyager token, we got to get, what is going on with Voyager token? We were talking with them. I don't know what happened. We should cover that one soon, I think. We are going to be doing less review videos, guys, because I think people are just getting a little overwhelmed with all the projects we've been covering, and so we're going to move to doing more interviews. I got a Michael Saylor React video today. I teased yesterday talking about a $100 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. We will be talking about the 1,000 to 10K challenge Friday. I'll have a video on that. We just haven't done anything yet on that, guys. If you come over here and look, I mean, we're still up, about almost 20%, 17% overall. But, I mean, we are just waiting. Like, we bought 1 inch. I think it was $450 when we bought it. And right now it's coming in at $366. So, obviously, not doing that great. We need that to come back up before we sell it. And even the Ethereum, we want to do something speculative. And, guys, the video this week may just be, sometimes you got to hold. I mean, sometimes you got to hold. Like when the price goes up drastically and your coins are moving, we were almost up to $2,000, and then all of a sudden it drops. You know what? Sometimes you just got to stand pat and not panic. Somebody said, go back up. Barrett Sally says, thank you for the input. World Series title coming. Go Braves. That's right. I am wearing my Georgia shirt today for you guys. Yesterday, we had our friend Mike over from Alabama Roofing Professionals. God, I sound like a NASCAR driver right now. Buddy Mike from, thanks to our sponsor, Alabama Roofing Professionals. We had a good race, good team today. But he actually, it's signed. Did you see this was signed?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So he sent us this truck and some other stuff, some hats. And some people were offended that I did a Southern accent. Guys, I had to train myself to talk like this. I actually do have a Southern accent. Look, I hunt, I fish, I camp, I go out in the woods, I shoot guns.
We are the South.
We are the South. We are the quintessential South around here. We don't live in the city. That's what I'll tell you. So hope nobody was offended at that. We love Alabama people. We love all people from the South for sure.
We just love all people.
Do we?
I mean, most people.
I'd say there's a distinction between TJ and I. TJ loves all people. I have a big problem with Bitcoin maximalists. Big problem with those maxis. What? You hate when I say that, don't you?
No.
Because you love them. You want to hug them. You want to embrace them.
I want to, yeah. That's true for most people.
Yeah. You want to embrace them. I want to put them in a sleeper hold.
Yeah.
See, so it's very similar. It's just a tiny difference. But anyways, guys, that's what's going on with the challenge. But kind of back to the market cap here. Here's what I want to say to you guys. Look, Compound up 17%, Hedera hash grab up 17, Icon up 15, Polygon up 15. Guys, every time we get a bounce, you're always going to see these numbers. In a bull market especially. When Bitcoin bottoms, these things are going to go up. That's why a very good strategy to make money in crypto, if you're newer, you're just putting money in now, is to put money in on the red days. And then, look, you just go up 50% in a day.
Crypto face.
Someone says, boycott the Twitter pink eye pictures, the market dump when everyone started that garbage. Oh, Crypto face. It's the laser eyes. That's my boy Crypto face right there. Boycott the laser eyes. That's what we did. But we did put them on the thumbnail, I think, today. But we are not putting laser eyes. I'm already a superhero. I don't need laser vision. Okay, I don't need X-ray vision. I don't need to see under your clothes. Okay, I don't need that. What I need is I just need Bitcoin to go up. I need people to stop looking too far ahead. And we're going to talk in just a minute after we look at the chart and after we look at ByBit. We're going to look at exactly a warning that I have for you guys that I think too many people are getting in trouble with right now, and it has to do with those same, along those same lines. So, all right, let's move on to the Bitcoin chart. Let's check it out. So, guys, yesterday, Market Cypher, you guys know Crypto Face, he creator of Market Cypher. He was in the chat here just a few moments ago. This guy knows his stuff. He's designed one heck of an indicator, and of course, you can get to it by going. Sorry, I'm just moving to kind of keep you off. off here. BitBoyCrypto.com/deals. You guys will find the ByBit link right there if you want to sign up for ByBit. Someone says, what do you think of Binance Smart Chain? We have been looking at it. It's just one of these things. We're slow to transition to things because we're already in a lot of things, if that makes sense. Market Cipher Indicator, you can get that here as well. And along with token research, we also have exchanges, and we have, we're going to be talking about Crypto.com a little bit today. We also have unlimited VPN. If you need a VPN, that will get you set up there. But if you need to sign up, you can do that through those links. You can always go to the ByBit Rewards Hub and be seen. The Mega Yacht Cult will be the first crew on the back door straight to the Panama.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Did I already say something I should have?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I saw
Thanks for the
something
super
about
chat.
Uranus, and I'm not digging Uranus. So anyway, what? What, TJ?
Nothing.
Somebody said they love Crypto Slimer, the Butcher, and John. Those are people from our Discord group. So let's check out ByBit here, or let's look at the chart first, and we'll move on over to ByBit. But the point is Market Cipher is an indicator that we use. And you guys know, what's so funny to me? It's so funny to me that I come on this show and I tell you guys that I am not a technical analysis expert. It's not what I do for a living. I don't read volumes of books on technical analysis. And yet, you guys saw the trades. We made $1 million in 6 weeks. Starting with 4 Bitcoin. Not starting with a gigantic amount. Right now on ByBit, we're going to trade 1K to 10K. Not an expert on technical analysis. How have I done it? It's because I'm smart enough to admit that I don't know everything. Is that surprising, TJ?
That is actually surprising.
Which part?
The admitting that you don't know everything part.
Oh, the admitting, not the not knowing everything.
Yeah.
So the point is that I know I'm not going to ever put in the hours. They say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert in anything. And when people ask me what I do in crypto, now look, to the mainstream person, I am a crypto expert. A lot of you guys would be crypto experts to just some random guy on the street because you're going to blow their minds with what you know. But in the internal world of crypto where you have different experts on stuff, I'm an expert on fundamental analysis. I don't think there's a question about that. I've made more videos than anybody else on YouTube on crypto. I'm pretty sure. I don't think anybody has this beat. We have 1,450 videos in 3 years. So I'm absorbed in it all the time. We're putting out, how many videos are we doing a week, TJ? I guess, like 21 videos, 7 live streams, and...
Yeah, 21. Right.
Yeah, 6 live streams, actually. 15 pre-recorded videos a week. And so we're in this market all the time. I don't have the time to pour in another 10,000 hours to become an expert in technical analysis. But see, when you know something is not your strongest suit, you find something that can complement that. Or that can be supplemental. I guess supplemental is a better word. For my trading, using Market Cipher has been supplemental. I can use this indicator, and I know how this indicator works. Somebody said, Ralph said, cheers, Ben, regarding yesterday's video on a super cycle. Have you been anticipating an alt super cycle going into the 21 bull run? I've been saying that forever. Even in the bear market when nobody was bullish on altcoins, I was telling you that an altcoin cycle was coming. There would be bigger numbers than we ever imagined. Now, did I say like super altcoin, hyper altcoin cycle? That's for thumbnails and stuff. Y'all know that. But even when, and I think TJ will tell you this. Like TJ has been here through the whole bear market as well, and I think TJ would tell you that. I mean, we were making videos on a lot of this stuff when it wasn't popular.
Yep.
Absolutely. Everybody was talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin was a popular thing to talk about. Nobody wanted to talk about alts, but we still did. So, okay. So back to the chart here. The whole point of this is for me to tell you that with Bitcoin and the charts, it's great. But what did we tell you yesterday? We literally told you on this 4-hour chart to watch for this green dot. Who cares if I'm saying green dot instead of RSI or EMA or VWAP? Who cares what the signal is? The indicator, because I can tell you the people that are doing technical analysis on these things every day, they didn't invent EMA. They didn't invent the RSI. They had to learn it from somewhere. And I've become an expert on reading this market cipher. And you know what? At the end of the day, It's about money. It's about winning. That's where we're going to take 10K and we're going to turn it into 100K and we're going to show you it can be done even if you don't know anything about technical analysis. All you got to do is have the right indicator, learn to watch for the right signals, and it does all the work for you. Work smarter, not harder, right? So when it comes to the Bitcoin chart, here we've seen this massive, massive dump. We know the last several days, 23% correction. Okay, and then look what happens. We get the green dot on Market Cipher. This is a strong green dot. This is not like these, if you look back on Market Cipher, you'll see some of these green dots like the one here. You'll see one here. You'll see one like here. Okay, these are not that bullish. And the reason is because they just haven't gone far enough below the 0 line here on the Market Cipher scale, on the oscillator. When you look over here and you see this one, when it appears at the very bottom, I mean, guys, like, look, it's not rocket science to see where this thing went, right? It's not rocket science. So for me, when I saw this green dot appear, and I told you guys yesterday on the stream that we were going to look for this green dot, and you had to pay attention, make sure it didn't reprint. Now, I will be honest with you. I did actually put in a trade just a little bit before it confirmed. It was probably, I think, about an hour before it confirmed. So it was 3 hours in to the green dot, or into the candle where the green dot appeared. Oh, yeah. Snap into a bit, boy. Yeah, I see that chat in AB. I like that. Yeah, I like Macho Man. That's one of my dudes there. So anyways, guys, the point here is I saw the green dot. I went in. So let's check out my ByBit trade. Let's see what I did. We started with $10,000 in this account. This is our challenge account here. And we have, now we're at $12,900. In one day, we've taken this thing up 30% to 0.25 BTC. Now, you also have to keep in mind that when the price of Bitcoin goes up, the overall value goes up as well. So technically, if we could just get this account to, let's say 20K and Bitcoin goes to $300,000, or no, even less than that, 15, 17K, price of Bitcoin goes to 300,000, like, hey, we're almost there, you know? But we don't want to do that. We want to keep trading, and we want to get up there as quick as we can get there. So I do want to show you guys my trade that I made, actually. Let me go back there. My trade that I made. So this is our 10K to 100K challenge. We just started this yesterday. Now, I'm trying to be really careful I don't get wrecked. Obviously, right? We've had one trade. We went in at $47,235 when the green dot appeared, or we let it confirm a little bit. We were up even more than this. We were up like 0.06 BTC, but then I set a stop loss and it dipped, and we got out at 49,643, and that would have been for a gain, as you guys can see here, of 0.042, $2,100. So you can kind of see we're up like $2,800. That's because the overall price of Bitcoin has gone up from the time we put the $10,000 in. So we're looking pretty good right now. Now, on this trade, I actually used pretty low leverage for me. For me, you guys know I like to use 25 and 30x. 30x has kind of been my go-to lately. I tried 50 a little bit, and I kept getting wrecked with 50. I made 50 work a little bit. But right now, what I'm looking for in the challenge is on Bitcoin. I'm kind of clicking through. I'm looking. We're not going to get another big green dot. Can you please do a new challenge? One kid. What do you mean today's prices? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I mean, we can only use the day's prices. So, I mean, we can't start 18 1K, 10K challenges. We got to, get one and go with it. So, someone is saying to buy Doge. Somebody's saying that in the chat. I'm hearing some chatter about Doge right now. I am hearing that. I wonder if he randomly said that. So, or if there's something to that. Somebody's saying there was a big buy. There was Go ahead.
I mean, Elon's tweeting about it again. I mean,
right now he is?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think that's what's,
I don't think we have anywhere we can. Well, we can send to Binance US and switch some of that over. Might be okay, actually. What's it at right now? I don't know. Yeah. So So what I'm kind of doing now is I'm kind of clicking through the lower time frames, and I'm kind of looking for something that would indicate this thing's ready to pop again. And honestly, right now, I'm not really seeing anything. So I'm kind of just standing pat, waiting. Like if you look at the 30-minute chart, we're like really oversold with the green line here on the RSI. So I think that this is the kind of thing where I'm going to be patient. We made the trade last night. We can't show you guys the trades in real time as they come. What's your rule? Stephanie says, what's your rule of thumb on how not to be greedy and take the profit on the trade you have? Here's the advice. Get wrecked several times and you will learn. Like that's what it boils down to. If you get wrecked enough and enough times you look at being in the green or being in the being way up in a trade, and then you sit there and you just say like, that feeling in the pit of your stomach of I can't believe I'm in the red right now when I was up, 10, 15, 20%. You'll just get wrecked enough to where you say like, I don't want that feeling anymore. I would rather just take the profits. But look, don't take the profits where they're at. Give it room to run. When you're up in a trade, set the stop loss in the profit. Like after you're in the profit, set the stop loss up higher. That way you are not going to lose a trade. You lock it in. And I don't like to do the trailing stop loss. I like to control it manually. It's just personal preference. Some people like using that. Maybe we'll show you guys on a video I do it. We will be doing another Market Cipher tutorial and another ByBit tutorial this weekend. But in the trades, I'm not really seeing anything right now that indicates a good point. But I went in 15x. You guys know I like to use higher than that. So probably what I'm going to do on the next trade is I'm probably going to put all of our profits in that we just made, like $2,100. I'm going to put that at a higher leverage. I think really if you don't have a big stack, and look, listen to what I'm saying here. I'm not saying that if you don't have money, you should be doing this. Certainly not saying that. What I am saying is if you have a smaller stack and it's set aside for trading and you can lose it, it won't affect your portfolio, you have it at the side, and you want to turn it into big money, I mean, the people that are using low leverage and killing it, they have big stacks. That's kind of the thing, right? It's like interest. The interest is guaranteed in some sense, but the more you have, the more interest you're going to get. Well, the way I'm looking at this from a 10K to 100K challenge, for me to get to 100K, I got to be riskier. I have to be riskier or I'm never going to get there. Because even that like $2,100 last night, that's a good trade. I mean, I'd have to do that 44 more times. And we're not going to get that many green dots on the 4-hour chart the rest of this bull market. So for me, like I'm going to be using higher leverage, trying to grow the stack. And then once we get a little closer, a little more comfortable, a little safe, we feel like we're going to get there no matter what, we might lower the leverage. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now with how we're doing this challenge. We are up. That's good news. I know you guys like to see that. I like to see it as well. Somebody said, Dig the Voice says, collab with deer meat for dinner, crypto hunting trip on his Florida ranch. Wait, is that a YouTuber? Deer meat for dinner?
Yeah, I think that's what they're
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Agreed. Yeah, let's do it.
At some point, maybe in the future.
Yeah. I mean, not tomorrow, but yeah. I mean, hopefully it's not like shooting fish in a barrel. I don't like that kind of hunting. But, I mean, if we really go hunt down there, yeah, sure. I'd love to do that. BitBoy Outdoor Sports is coming next. Okay, so we talked about that. Now, here's what I want to talk to you guys about Bitcoin. And let me see, where is the meme? Did I have that pulled up? Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. I'm going to pull up the Trello, so don't put that up while I do that. Let's see here. Let me pull up the meme. Where'd it go? The meme
it's right there.
Oh, here it is. I see. Okay. All right, guys. So this is a meme. Oh, this is Big Red, by the way. He made a super chat. Hey, Ben, I have a cup that my wife made for you. If I send it the address on your webpage, will you get it? I don't think that's the right address. That's an old address that we have, I think. I'm going to send you, I got that email from you. We are going to send you the right address today. So, and we need to get that updated on the website. Mr. Aaron Schmeech, can you make sure to write that down? All right, so this meme right here, it says, how people think it's like to hodl. And this says what it's actually like to hodl, right? I mean, the implications here are very, very, very obvious, okay? Everybody thinks things are going to be left to right, straight front to back. When you actually go and you look at the Bitcoin chart, and if we were to look at the daily chart, and you actually can't see it on ByBit, I'll actually have to go to a different Let's go to Bitstamp. If you go back here and you look at 2017, I mean, man, it looks so easy to make money in 2017, right? I mean, look at it. So simple. Oh my God, if you had just, let me make it a little bigger here. If you had just bought in right here, look how much money you would have made. So easy. Oh my gosh, left to right. Here's you on a bicycle, here's where you finish. It's not like that. It's easy to look back in history and judge what you should have done. Also, guys, OD Yahoo says, when you raise a stop loss in the profit, what percentage do you usually target? I don't have a system. Like, I don't have some kind of specific layout, like, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take that. It just depends on how much I'm up in the trade. And here's what I generally try to do. I want to make sure that even after the fees, I have enough profit to where I can walk away and say, that was a good winning trade. Sometimes I've tried to set it too low and I get wicked out on the stop loss, and then I actually end up like slightly in the red. I don't want that. I want to end with at least 0.04, 0.03 at minimum, like at least a couple grand for a trade with the size I'm trading with. It may be different for you. But for me, where I try to do is I try to get that feeling where I say, oh gosh, this trade is killing it. And I say, oh gosh, that feels a little euphoric. Maybe I need to go adjust that stop loss so I don't end up in the red. And I can tell you, almost all of, I think I can even go so far as to say this, other than when I've tried to do some stuff with like 100x or 50x, every single one of my biggest losses, I was in the green at one time.
What was that stat about Binance users on leverage that you read today?
Well, I was going to try to hold that for another video.
Well, then
but I'll go ahead and tell it. I'll say it.
Okay.
This will be an Easter egg for you guys. The thing is, Binance just put out something, and Binance has leverage trading like ByBit does. Of course, we like to use ByBit because you use the VPN, you can use it. Binance is a little bit more difficult to use, and I use ByBit. I love ByBit. We actually have Ben Zhu, the founder of ByBit. I'm going to interview him tonight, and we're going to put that out probably in the next couple of days. So you're going to get a lot of these questions answered from him. But what I would say is, Binance put out a report, and they said, and this blows my mind. I can't believe this. No, I preach responsibility and safety to you guys on this. I never in my entire history of my channel have said, it's a great idea to go throw all your money in leverage trading if you have no money and make sure that you use 100x leverage. I've never said that. I tell you, I've experimented with 100x before. I got wrecked every time. Somehow, Binance reports internal statistics, 21% of their leverage traders are using 125% leverage, or 125x leverage, excuse me.
Which is the most that they offer.
The most they possibly offer. You are getting immediately liquidated. You're literally playing the lottery. And what people don't realize is, and I say this a lot, it's not a 50-50 game. You think it's going to go up or it's going to go down. I got a 50% shot, especially if I know kind of where the market's going. If it's on a bull trend, 75% it's going to go up. What you don't realize is it goes up and down so quick, people get liquidated both ways in the blink of an eye. So, let's see. Do I ever stick profits into stable coins for lending? We haven't done any lending before, but we are going to be getting in some of that with BlockFi and staking and things like that soon. But, guys, the important point I want to bring up here about this chart and about this is looking back, this was so easy. It looked so easy. But what you don't see, okay, what you don't see is this dip here, this dip here, this dip here, this dip here, and this dip here was freaking massive. That was a massive dip. This one up here wasn't too shabby either.
You also don't see all the news articles and FUD and all the stuff saying it's going to zero,
Yep.
sell your Bitcoin, all that stuff you don't see on that chart.
Even more than now it was there.
Yeah.
And you don't see that stuff on the chart. And the thing is that it's not that easy to do. Hodling ain't easy. Hodling ain't easy. And right now, the warning for people is to panic. You do not want to panic. A lot of people panic. We're in a weird place in crypto. And why I say this is one of the most pivotal moments, and this is something I really, really want to tell you guys, is that if you go back and you look at that chart, those 5 red circles right there for those gigantic dips, which those were giant dips, by the way. When we spread them out, when you're realizing that, these are all-time highs already, these are big dips. This one right here was one of the biggest, I think. Look at that. 40%. 40% dip. 40%. We just had a 25%, okay? Now remember, 25 to 40% is normal. 30%, okay? This one right here, not nearly as bad, but still pretty bad. 38%. This one right here, 29%, okay? And that's not even counting this one up here. Or no, that was counting. That was one back here that wasn't so bad. Look at this one. These were all closer to 40% than 25%. And this is 36%. And that's why I told you guys, that you can put that one back up. That's why I told you guys that 25 to 40% is normal. If you look, none of those are over 40%. None of them are over 40%. You have people on YouTube that are telling you that, if we dip 50%, it's fine. It's totally normal. It's not true. No one studied this chart more than me. No one has studied the historical Bitcoin cycles more than me. Period. Nobody's done it. I've done more videos, read more about it, historically charted more of it than any other person. And what I'll tell you is, anyone that tells you that is lying. Bitcoin does not drop more than 40% during these bull runs. If it drops below 40%, that's abnormal, and most likely we are in a bear market. Now, look, it can do something different than it's always done before, but we've never seen that. So in the last run, we had 5 that were in between 25% and 40% dips. What we just had just now, if we go and look that up, let me just go back to this chart here. If we go and look at the dip that we just had, this will put this well into perspective for you, okay? Well, God, that thing's so high. It's so crazy to see that 2017 chart just look like peanuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
It freaking blows my mind. But right now, the dip that we had, let's measure it. This was a 23% dip. It's not even that bad. It's not even that bad. Laura said, did TJ and the crew like my pins and flashlights? I see you repping water. Where's my pins hype? That's Laura, the real estate agent.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
I didn't know what she was talking about. I didn't see any pins.
Yeah. So anyways, we're doing some big stuff right now. She hyped up Essential Water for me. So there you go. Laura, I left them in the truck, so I'm sorry. I'm in the Hellcat today. I'm sorry. I'll bring those in tomorrow. But the point is, it would be a normal dip to see it go 40%. Now, where is that? Where is that 40% at? Okay, the 40% would be $35,000. It could go in the high 30s and still be totally fine. Totally fine. But I think what we're seeing is we're seeing a little less volatility on this one. And we're seeing that when it comes to these dips, we've been seeing 25 to 30%. We haven't been seeing 40%. So if we were to go down, let's just say, 30%, that would put it at $40,000 to $41,000, which is what Carl said from the moon. And I think that's probably a pretty interesting target. Here's another thing, guys. There's 2 things here you want to pay attention, okay? 2 things you want to pay attention to. Number 1, you want to understand that this kind of dip is normal, okay? So you don't want to panic. This is why it's so pivotal. But on the other side of it, you also have to remember that this may not be the bottom of the dip. We've just seen there's more to go. So you don't want to panic, but you also don't want to go the other direction and just say like, oh, now I'm going to go mortgage my house and, or refinance my house and throw all the money in and things like that. Because if we go back and we look at what happened in early January when the price dipped, okay? The price dipped 27%, okay? And then look what it did. Right after it dipped 27%, it went up 32%. And then it dipped another 27%. Then it double bottomed over here. And then after that, it went up. It went up after that 100%. So you just have to be careful with the moves that you guys are making right now because we don't have, in my opinion, confirmation that we've seen a bottom. We don't have confirmation that we are definitely on the way back up. Kind of what we've seen in these cratering dips is double bottoms, in the last 6 months. And so we could certainly be seeing that before we head back on the way up. Now, I do believe we certainly are heading back up, and if you're investing in Bitcoin, I mean, I definitely think that, you will have profit. If you put money in right now, we all think it's going to 6 figures this year. And by we all, I mean people here at BitBoy Crypto, but pretty much generally across YouTube, that's what people think. And, I believe that you'll make money, but specifically for people that are looking for leverage positions, people that are looking to make swing trades, right now is a very pivotal time where we're looking for confirmations. We don't have those confirmations yet. The strongest thing that we do have on Market Cipher is the green dot on the 4-hour. And traditionally, when we've looked at those, that generally means that we are near a bottom. It might come back and touch that. So kind of what I'm looking for, to be honest with you, is I'm looking for kind of one last dip. Not even to as low as we got before, maybe around the same range, the $45,000 range. I'm looking for this to go down somewhere between 47 and 48, and I'll feel real strong about a position. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. This morning it dropped down to 48.5. I mean, it was a pretty good spot. I wish I could have got in at that point, but I just wasn't paying attention. But that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm not in a trade right now, and that should tell you something. So somebody want to know about the ADA rumor with Elon Musk. It's basically kind of like he has a fork in the road on his profile picture, and then Charles Hoskins said he's obviously trolling them because there's a line from some documentation about Cardano, I forgot what it was, that literally says a fork in the road. I don't know. I think it's a little bit of a reach, but maybe not. If Elon Musk bought Cardano, that certainly would be big news and pump the price. We are also tonight at 6 p.m., by the way, doing a video on Cardano with Crypto Crow, Jason Appleton. You guys know him, longtime friend. I love Jason. I did challenge him to an MMA fight. If you've ever met him in person, you will know that he stands no chance against me, but it is what it is. Had him on the show. Definitely a cool guy. I was on his show streaming yesterday, so you guys can go check that out. But we are talking about Cardano. He has been a believer in Cardano forever. So, TJ.
Yeah.
Doesn't she who calls me Bangin' Ben love Kangen water?
Kangen water. Yeah, my mom is a huge fan of Kangen water. And actually, Dr. Deb, all the water at our chiropractor is Kangen water.
Kangen water.
They both sell the machines, and yes, those are expensive, but yes, they are.
Well, I love Essentia, by the way. They just gave us free water.
Yeah, I like Essentia
no
too.
money here. But you know what I love? I love the fact that we said water and they stepped up and sponsored it. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Where's our energy drink sponsor?
They get stuff done.
I may move on from Bang. Where's Rain at? My friend Kerry called me and he said, I sent you some water. Sorry. Heard y'all want more dad jokes. Okay. Heard y'all want more dad jokes. Okay, let's move on to $1 billion Bitcoin buy. Microstrategy purchased another $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. And if you're looking for confirmation of where this thing's going, this generally is a pretty good indicator. That's why I'm kind of waiting to see what happens here to find out where the confirmation is going to happen, because MicroStrategy tends to buy bottoms. They tend to buy when the price is down. If you look back and see every time they made buys, it tends to always be at a good price point. So CEO Michael Saylor said the firm doesn't intend to slow down the rate of its Bitcoin acquisitions. I can't wait for you guys to see this reaction video I do today at 2. I really want to know what you guys think about that style of video, if you guys like it. I pick the whole interview apart. I like actually picking apart the people asking the questions better than him. Oh, this is something I want to do, guys, while we're here. Let's see. What I want to do, everybody come to BitBoy Crypto on the Twitter. Okay, 147.3K. I know we can probably get that to 148K during the stream. But what we want to do is we are going to make a tweet. We want to send a tidal wave to Michael Saylor and let him know he needs to come on the show. One of my favorite people in crypto, we'll put a in crypto.
I want to say in Bitcoin for
is
the
Michael say. I'll put hashtag Bitcoin at the bottom.
Okay.
He's in crypto though. He's not a maximalist. That's the beautiful thing about it. He's not a maximalist.
True.
So I want to tag him. Is Michael Saylor? If you want to see Mike come on my, I'm gonna call him Mike. Me and Mike, we're cool.
Yeah.
If you want to see Mike come on the show, retweet this and get in his comments. We love Mike. Come on, Mike. Come on the show. Hashtag Bitcoin. Okay. We need to put like and retweet this. Like, it's not there yet, guys. You got to wait for me to hit, tweet. What we want you guys to do is go to this tweet on Twitter. It's the best place it is. Go to this tweet on Twitter. Get to BitBoy_crypto. And you guys like and retweet this thing like crazy. Let's get Michael Saylor on the show. If Austin Davis, now I don't say this often. This is very rare what I'm about to say. Austin Davis has better hair than me.
Wow.
He's got better hair than me. He does. I mean, he's younger too, though. How old is Austin, you think?
I think they're closer to my age, I think. Drink your water. Hey, that keeps you young.
It's essential to getting old. Oh, guys, that's really shameful.
They're doing a great job on that tweet. Look at that.
Austin's around 30 or something like that, okay? 30, 32, 31. But, he's young, very young. He's a young buck. He's got better hair than me. He interviewed Michael Saylor for Cointelegraph, of all places. Let's get Michael Saylor on my show. I want you guys to get up in his comments all the time, just like we did to Graham Stephan. Hanging out with Graham Stephan this weekend. Going to be on his podcast, doing an interview with him. Can't wait that. So Josh Perry or Yazine says, I'm following your 1K, 10K challenge. I noticed you didn't sell. Now I'm down 30%. Do you think the coins will go up? Guys, remember, once again, I want to address this. You're not supposed to be buying all the coins I'm buying. I know that's what y'all are doing. I know it's what you're doing. But you're not supposed to. You know why? Because we can't, we're not executing these trades live on air. We're not supposed to do that according to YouTube. And so what that means is you're probably not getting an optimum entry point. We're getting great entry points. The point of the challenge is to see what we're doing and get the thinking and the mindset behind it to empower you to be able to do this. Because in reality, it's very easy. It's very easy. And what was that the other one?
It was just...
Oh, he said, Josh Perry said, when we finally defeat F2 Pool, does that make you Bitman? TJ becomes a boy wonder and the Hellcat gets rebranded as the Bitmobile. Certainly does. So, guys, make sure to go do that on Twitter because we want Michael Saylor to come on and talk about this stuff. I listen to some of the stuff Michael Saylor says, and he's one of us, man. I love this guy, everything he says. I don't know if he's just really, been sucked into this culture, but he really is. So it says in the 6 months since MicroStrategy announced its first $250 million investment in Bitcoin, the company has gone on to spend in excess of $4 billion on the digital asset, and they're up tremendously on it. And the one takeaway here is, let's see, does it say, the coins were reportedly purchased for $52,765 per coin. So that would have actually been, on this dip here, $52.75. It would have been about right here is when they bought it, right in the middle of the giant dip. And you know what's interesting is when you look at, what did that price say? $52,765 per coin. So let me just go to the Bitcoin chart. I don't know why I'm on ByBit right now. $52,765. It was on the way down here. 52,765. So it would have been right here. Right there. So it looked like that was kind of around a support line if you look at it, pretty much. So let's see, where is that 52,775? Let's see where they made this purchase at. We are going to keep this line on this chart. Let's make it a different color. Let's make it the MicroStrategy color. Well, I mean, we'll make it yellow. There you go. So that's the MicroStrategy buy. We'll keep that in mind. Because if you look where they probably bought it at, it looked like there was some strong support right here. It kind of dipped under it a little bit, and then it bounced right off of it. That's probably when they made the buy, and then boom. Bill says he got wrecked for 15 ETH the other day watching your video. Oh, my boy Bill Stanley. I got your email, man. I just haven't responded to it yet, I think. I think it's the same guy, right? Wasn't that his name? The Corvette guy? Watching your videos about Crash, help me get back on the horse and get my head right. I made almost all of it back in the last 24 hours. That's beautiful. We love to see that because that's what you do. You make the money back on the dips. It's so easy to get so caught up in the mindset of, I want to quit, but really, you have to change that mindset. If you are doing things to get wrecked to the point where you don't want to trade anymore, then there's a problem, right? You're doing something wrong. We can straighten out the mindset. You can do a lot better. And look, some of you, I'm very aware, are gambling degenerates. That 21% of people leverage trading with 125x, that's insane. That's insane, bar none. That's crazy. So if you're trading with 100x, you're going to get wrecked. So some people who are gambling degenerates, well, I'm one of those people, they probably should not be leverage trading, okay? If you can't control your emotions in trading, and I'll tell you one thing that's helped me is showing you guys all my trades. Don't you think so, TJ?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we've done a lot better showing you our trades than we were doing before, and I think it's given me a lot more, calm demeanor about these trades. And when I get wrecked, I don't have that immediately, like, just throw it down and quit. I say, what did I do wrong? Or what can I do to make it back? Not in like I'm down, I need to get back up. But in a bull trend, we know how that works. We know it generally goes up. So, okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Crypto Regs. Lawsuit against crypto project Bancor dismissed in New York. Lawsuit had alleged that investors had been misled by Bancor and its tokens were, in fact, securities. And guys, this is just something I've been telling you guys for so long. For so long, I've been telling you guys, the regulation in crypto, the fears of the SEC, the IRS, the CFTC, they're so far overblown, it's ridiculous, okay? This is an emerging digital asset class. The government is smart enough to know, but look, give them credit. They're smart enough to know this is the future and they can't stop it. They come out and they say things against it. We see what Janet No Telling Yellen comes out with, saying all kinds of crazy stuff about, today I hate Bitcoin, today I love Bitcoin, depending on where I put my money and my investments and my, trading behind doors. The thing is that they know this is coming. You see it from the SEC. You see their leadership. You see the things they decide. Do you think they wanted to say Bitcoin was not a security? No, they want to call it a security and be done with that thing. But they got the foresight to see they can't do anything about it. They don't want to stifle this innovation that's coming with cryptocurrency. When you look, and let's do this real quick. Let me pull this up. SEC digital law cases. Let's see if I can find where this is. I don't want news. I want actually the SEC website. I think I can find it going to the SEC website. Is it SEC.com or is this football? Welcome to Software Editing Corporation. Software conversion services and internet connectivity. How long do you think Brendan Riley's been sitting on this website? SEC.com.
Probably for a long time.
I bet he's dead.
I bet he'll be sitting on it forever.
I bet he's dead.
Yeah.
I bet this guy's dead because he would have sold it by now, either to the SEC football. I mean, I'm in SEC country down here. Securities and Exchange Commission. I think I spelled it wrong, but it's fine. No, I didn't. I spelled it right. I mean, I know how to spell. I thought I made a typo. Unlike TJ. So let's see. Regulation, enforcement. There is a place on this site, and I can't necessarily find it right now. There is a place on this site where you can see their entire digital assets cases that they've done. Let's see. Multiple, worried about IRS with these gains you made. I mean, guys, here's the important thing. I'm not a tax expert. I see Mason talking about TaxBit. I'm not a tax expert by any stretch of it. We have a third-party CPA. We're actually going to get him on the channel to talk about crypto at some point. But the thing is about that is that what I would say is, I think in general, if you're reporting all your income, you're not intentionally trying to hide stuff, I don't think they're going to come after you. I mean, you got to think about how much is going on out there. That's not an excuse to leave stuff off, I'm just saying, I don't think you guys need to live in fear. Bondly videos within 2 weeks. Bondly video will be out. I promise, by Sunday. I don't have the exact date, but by Sunday at the very latest, probably Friday, it will be out. Maybe tomorrow.
Didn't we do a Solana video? Somebody was asking about that.
I don't think we did. I don't think we've done. I think we've talked about it a lot, but I don't think we've done a Solana video.
Interesting.
You love Solana.
Yeah, I do.
Went up big time. But I can't find the place where it is. Trading suspensions, deliveries, tips, enforcement manual. I'll find this for another day. But if you go and you look at the cases that the SEC has gone after for digital currencies and digital assets, they all have one thing in common. And you can look at the CFTC too, going after BitMEX. Nobody thinks Arthur Hayes was a good person. Nobody thinks that BitMEX was not doing things underhanded. Nobody thinks that. Everybody knows that they were. There's so much proof about that with them shutting down their trading engines at different times, different stories they were putting out. Nobody thinks that BitMEX was on the up and up. When you look at ByBit, people don't say the same thing about ByBit they said about BitMEX. Along with the fact, of course, that all four of the owners of BitMEX were American, San Francisco. That's kind of a big problem when you're doing, unregulated leverage trading to be a company in America, based in America, that's doing that. And what you'll see is almost every single one of these cases, if not every single one, when you read them, you say, "Oh yeah, I see why they went after him. I see why they went after him." You look at a lot of these companies that have a lot of these fears, they just get slaps on the wrist. But in the cases where they go after them hard and heavy, it's because there's a lot of wrongdoing going on. And so I just think that the regulatory environment, first of all, there's not that many. The SEC's only gone after, I think, 100 different entities, approximately, somewhere between 50 and 100, unless it's really jumped up in the last few months, this is the last time I looked at it, in the history of cryptocurrency. So it's not like every Joe Schmo out there is about to be targeted by the IRS or targeted by the SEC. Are you lying? Are you trying to do bad stuff? Are you trying to do things underhanded? If you are, you should be worried. So, bar none, blank. That's why everything we do on this channel is transparent on the up and up. If you're on the other side of that, you're going to probably get in trouble, especially if you have a platform or you have people using a service. But what we see is even in the cases like this, where it does happen, they still get slaps on the wrist. You know why? Because they just agree. They just say, okay, we're going to submit. That's what happened with Bitfinex. That's why it turned out not to be that big of a deal. Bitfinex said, you know what? That's fine. How about we pay you 18.5 milli in fines and you'll let us go? Something to keep in mind. We don't know how crypto regulation is going to end up, but, Bancor's case getting dismissed, and, we just saw what happened with Tether and Bitfinex. That got dismissed. That was supposed to be the biggest thing. Where is this article? I'm like striking out finding stuff today. Doomsday, Tether, bomb, Bitcoin. So we can find this article. Here it is. Is this it? Is this the one? This is not the one. But here we go. Guys, how many times did we tell you this was a non-story? How many times did we tell you? Tether might still be crypto's ticking time bomb. This was written March 5th, 2018. Blah, 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 blah. Tether, Bitcoin, bubble, bomb, blow up. No more crypto. That's how it goes. Oh, Bill say he's the guy with Corvettes. I've been meaning to email you about that, Bill. I'll get back to you on that. I did see that you sent those pictures. Let's see. That is not the one, though. I wish I could find the one that everybody's sharing around. Everybody's sharing this one. It's got like a yellow bomb on it that is basically I think it was like some large crypto place put it out, or not crypto. It was like a mainstream finance place put it out, and they're like, this is why you shouldn't invest in Bitcoin. Tether's going to blow up, blah, 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 blah. Come to the source. Come to who's really got the information. And I'll set you straight on this stuff. I'll set you straight if it's a non-story. If it's a big story, I'll tell you it's a big story. It's not. It's just the same FUD over and over and over again. Okay, you want me to see something?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Okay, so here we go. Moving on here to funding rates. Let's check out the crypto funding rates. This was, where is that? Where is that story? Bitcoin rebounds to 51K as derivatives market cools off. Oh, we skipped over Social Look, didn't we?
Yep.
Did you just skip it, or did I talk through it?
You skipped it.
I talked through it?
You just started in. I went to Social Look and you went to Crypto Regs, so I just went with.
Oh,
Crypto
my bad.
Regs.
Go back to Social Look. I do want to talk about that real quick. Okay, so before we get to this, talking about the derivatives market, we do got a few things to show you guys. So obviously, we've already shown you guys our Twitter. Make sure you guys are following us on Twitter. We're at 147.6. I'd like to see us get to 148 here during the stream. That would be nice. Excuse me. So I want to show you guys. These are some partners that we have. How do? Obviously, they had a huge announcement. One of the biggest announcements in the history of crypto, which was this. Censorship is rampant in the world today, and something has to be done about it. How do is one of the leading blockchains trying to tackle the arena of decentralized social media. Welcome, BitBoy Crypto, the newest How Do advisor. Follow him on Hyper. Here's my Hyper page. You guys can see us right here. You guys can see we are putting a lot of content over there on Hyper, so you can follow us there. We got 669 followers, which is 3 better than the devil's number. So that's good news at least. So you guys can follow me over there. I am an advisor for Hyper now. And a lot of people ask me, like, why I love Hyper, why I love SoMe. And the thing is, and also, I want us to get on Minds too. Is Minds technically decentralized? Do you know?
I don't know.
I want to get on Minds too. We just want to get on more. We want to get on more platforms that are trying to get rid of censorship. Guys, I have several people telling me I'm about to get censored on here. And I don't want that. That's not why I promote this. I don't promote these things because I want you guys to make sure you can still see me and still follow me. I do it because I hate censorship. I think it's so stupid. Like, you got these people sitting up on these, in these glass houses telling us what we can and cannot say. Who are they? Who the F are they? Nobody. They're nobody. And the fact is, decentralized social media is the future. Now, will Hyper, will SoMe, will Theta, or Theta TV, will some of these become like the beacons of internet freedom that we hope they will be? I don't know. But I know I want to put my money behind the ones that are trying to do it. I want to be able to help promote and push these things. And How Do is the token, the Udo token, and then Hyper obviously is the platform. And they got some other big news also. They just did some stuff, just partnered with the Burb Nest, which is a bunch of random British guys getting drunk, I think, doing a podcast. I think. Have you ever listened to it, TJ?
Never heard of it.
They're pretty funny, man. I listened to them a couple times. Pretty funny guys. I think they are drinking on the podcast. So if I remember correctly, maybe I'm getting confused with somebody else, but they've been on Twitter for a while. They got 25 followers. They're pretty big on Twitter. So, or maybe that's the Burb Nest podcast. Maybe that's different. But the big news that Hyper has is they're available on the App Store now. So you can get live on iOS. You can go to iOS and you can find Hyper and download it now. So that's really huge news for Hyper. The other thing I wanted to show you guys was, you guys can see that was big. I hope it is those guys. I hope it's not. I didn't just call some random Family Guy a drunk. So, but we're very positive about that announcement. No offense, guys. I hope nobody, didn't mean to offend anybody. But guys, the other news is Crypto.com, another company that we work with that is a long-time partner of the channel. They had another big announcement where they said they're going to burn 70 billion Crow tokens. As you guys know, when you burn tokens, the prices go up. That's why if you look at the CRO token, it's down considerably today, but that's because it had a massive run-up yesterday. Or it's up today, actually, now. It's up 6.4%. Let's go to the actual listing and find it. It was as high as number 16. Now it's sitting at number 20. It's up 67% for the week. They announced they're going to burn like 90% of the supply, I think. Is that what it said? 70 billion. The circulating supply will increase to over 80% from its current 24%. The burn will only leave 5.9 billion tokens to be allocated for the block rewards. They're going to destroy 70 billion tokens. And that is going to continue to make the price go up for sure. I mean, guys, I don't say anything's guaranteed on this channel. Obviously, we can't say things are guaranteed. But when you look at them burning that much of the supply, it's a huge amount. 70, what did that say? 70 million, 70 billion? 70 billion, and the total supply is this right? 24 million is a circulating supply. Market cap, fully diluted. Oh, here's the max supply. So max supply, total supply is 100 million. The max supply, or 100 billion, the max supply is 40.4 billion. They're going to be burning 70 billion. They're burning like 70% of the total supply. That's crazy. So that's going to keep a lot of these new coins from coming in and jacking up the price is what it is. So you guys make sure to check out crypto.com. You can check out all of this on bitboycrypto.com/deals. You guys can check out the crypto.com card down here. You can click here, get $25 for free when you use the code BitBoy. And also, last thing I want to show you guys real quick before we move on is the $1 million family. I think I had the link wrong for this before, but it should be updated on the website. Make sure you clear that cache, Mr. Elron. And this is for the $1 Million Family Virtual Conference. Now, this is, ladies, the ladies love me. That's a song, right? I think, Chris Brown. Anyways, guys, the point here is I'm going to be talking to the ladies. Just a special talk. Just you and me, ladies. But guys can certainly join as well. And what this $1 Million Family is you're about to discover how to create a wealth strategy to set your family up for generations to come. This is Kiana here. Kiana has basically gone from, I saw something the other day where she turned, I think, like $1,000 or $500 into $1.5 million through investing. I know Kiana very well. I know her very well. We like Kiana. She does great stuff. Her website is investdiva.com. But you guys can get access to this by using the link at the bottom of bitboycrypto.com/deals. And we're going to be talking about digital currency, how to bank on the world's fastest growing economy without too much risk. I'll be doing this live from Vegas. So if you guys want to sign up for that, you guys can, the sign up is on the page. Once you click the link, you guys can see the prices. I mean, you can get $97. You can get into the event. There's a VIP and a VIP plus. God, look at that. Guys, look at that wind blowing that hair. Golly, look at that. We should get a fan up here to blow my hair sometimes. Carlos says he wants me to talk about the Vegas meet and greet. And what I'll say on that is, there, that's what I was looking for. Nope, it's this one. There it is. What I'll say on the meet and greet is I got to talk to my assistant. I got to have her talk to Dimitri. I believe we are having it at the lounge, probably in the Palazzo. I need to get that taken care of today. Palazzo Lounge pants? No, not pants. I don't want pants. Who wants freaking pants? Not me. This is in Vegas, the Prestige. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, we're still working on the details.
Yeah, we're still working on the details, but we will be there. TJ, can you put a pin in that and make sure that we definitely confirm that today?
Yes.
But yeah, so we will be in Vegas. We'll be at the Venetian and the Palazzo all weekend. So you guys can come see us there. I hear there's some people flying in. Can you believe that, TJ?
Yep.
You can?
Yep.
Wow.
Cheap flight.
Look, here's the thing. Go ahead. Come on screen, TJ. I want to see you.
We just need to keep rolling with some stories here.
Oh, keep rolling with the stories.
Yeah,
they
we're
don't
losing
want to hear
people
about Vegas
fast.
anymore. Okay. All right, okay, guys, let's move on. Let's talk about the derivative story. So Bitcoin rebounds to 51K as derivatives market cools off. The Bitcoin market looks to be in a more healthy state after massive long liquidations blew the froth off of the futures market. Following the drop, and if you guys didn't know, the funding rate had been like really out of control. And a lot of people seem to think that some of these market makers were basically trying to liquidate a lot of positions in order to get that funding rate down to a lower price. So that following the drop, and that has a lot to do with the fees and things like that. The perpetual futures funding rate, the average cost of holding long positions on major exchanges, has declined to 0.02%. It had been signaling excess bullish leverage and scope for a price correlation with a rise to a multi-month high of 0.13% earlier this month, according to data source Glassnode. Funding rates have returned to neutral territory, and the market seems healthier. And, you know, this is something a lot of people have been talking about. I've seen other YouTubers discussing it. And, you know, you got to get in a little in the weeds when you really start trying to figure out exactly what caused the drop. And what you see is there really is, I have seen people saying, like I said, that it has a lot to do with these places trying to clear long positions. And I don't think that's necessarily true. I think really it's a combination of a lot of things just happening at the same time. You got the technicals, you have two pool dumping. We had a lot of things going into this. And this ended up plunging long liquidations worth over $2 billion got wrecked. A lot of it just has to do with the fact that people were too bullish. I mean, the FOMO and the euphoria really starts to kick in on this. And now a lot of people are feeling that burn. If you remember what we were talking about, earlier on in the stream about how we're at pivotal positions and how, you know, when you are at a place where you get absolutely wrecked, the mindset should not be. And look, once again, I'm not talking to people that have a problem with leverage trading or gambling or anything like that. You definitely don't want to be that person, just like a person with a problem with anything. I'm talking to level-headed people that want to be professional traders. They want to do well. They want to make money. When you get absolutely wrecked, what is the natural inclination? And sometimes you need to do this. Take a break. You got to know the difference between making bad decisions and getting wrecked while you're leverage trading and making good decisions, and those decisions aren't going to win 100% of the time. Does that make sense? If you get wrecked and you are making a good decision and you just got, you know, whether it's liquidated or hit your stop loss, whatever the case may be based upon your strategy, then the attitude should be, okay, if I'm doing the right stuff, let me continue doing the right stuff. But what you see here in the story is, and like we talked about earlier with Binance, is that people, they tend to have this idea of they're going to over leverage trade and things like that, and they get wrecked and they just stop trading and they move away from the market. Those people get in at the wrong times. They get in the euphoria and they absolutely get wrecked and they stop trading. But it's kind of like if you know something is going to work, if you keep doing it, because you're using a good strategy, and then you lose and you take a break from the market, but you're leaving at a time when that's the best place to get in a lot of times. Now, what we saw earlier in this week when I got wrecked, I lost like 3 Bitcoin this week on our other account that we have. And we haven't traded on there since then because we said we were starting the challenge on the new account. But what happened is we got wrecked doing the exact same things that got us to the top. I got liquidated twice in like 10 minutes, because it was just that plummet. But when it reaches down, it hits a support line, most times it's going to bounce up. But this time it plunged through 3 support lines and just kept plunging. The majority of the time, that's going to work. So I think that's something to think about is the derivatives market cooling off is not something we should really see, right? We shouldn't see people getting wrecked to the point where they're leaving the trading atmosphere or the trading ecosystem. We see people that are trying to learn, trying to get better, and trying to do the right things, and eventually, that will pay off in the long run. So, guys, we wanted to take a look at the Ethereum chart. I know it's not like particularly sexy right now, and I know that we've been talking a lot about how we have shifted to primarily trading Bitcoin, and that's just because, guys, when we see, here's the question: if Bitcoin would not have dropped, would we have got this drop? No, I don't think so. The ETH trading competition. We're going to talk about that. There is a ByBit competition, but I keep forgetting the link. So I need to do that. We'll talk about that contest tomorrow, hopefully, if I remember. I may forget. I'm probably not going to be too good of a trader this weekend while we're in Vegas. So, but, when you see these kinds of drops, Ethereum's going to get shoved to the bottom. And to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense to really be trading something that is going to be at the whim of whatever Bitcoin is doing. That doesn't mean it's not still a good time to get in positions and load up on Ethereum in terms of investments. There's a big difference between trading and investing. But when we're looking at the Ethereum chart, what you guys will see is back since the 1st of February when we told you things were going to turn around for Ethereum, it's been bouncing pretty much off about the same area. And then we went under it. So kind of what could you expect? Well, right now we don't really have any confirmations, in my opinion, on the 4-hour on where this thing could be heading to. I mean, let's see if there's any lines here. I mean, there's really no consistency to these lines other than about right here. That might be about the only spot that we'd be looking at. Where is that? That's 1590, about 1590 it is. So you can be looking at 1590 for bounces, and I don't know, maybe what was, you know, a support line, a trending up support line, you know, maybe that now becomes a line of resistance. So if you are looking to trade ETH, I would be looking anywhere along this line for entries, and I would be looking anywhere along these lines for exits. Now, the difference is this isn't a wedge, right? So when you have a wedge, it's being pushed to a place where it's got to go way up or way down, right? But right now we don't have that yet to look at. We could actually, you know, maybe. No, I don't really see anything that really seems to indicate. Maybe there. That might be a good spot. Maybe it could break up out of this today, and it just depends on whether Bitcoin is overall bullish or overall bearish right now. Just like I was saying, when you look back at the Bitcoin chart, when you go back to what happened in January, there were, you know, several distinct moves in January for Bitcoin, where like we thought like, okay, back here, let me get back a different color. I don't like using red. Right here, like, oh, we're mega bullish. Oh God, we're mega bearish. And then it bounces back. We're like, oh, we're back. It's going back above 42K. And then it goes back down again. And then it goes sideways for a while. And I think this would have been a good time. I bet the altcoins were running during that time right there. But then it bottomed. And then the last bit of hopium. And then it bottomed again. And that's when we finally turned bullish. So, you know, when it comes to Ethereum and what we're looking to happen, we just don't really know at this point whether or not we're at a place where we're going to be back on the upward trajectory. I mean, most likely, as sad as it is, you know, we're going to be looking at something like, you know, something like that. Something like where it goes up and then down, then up and then down before it breaks out either one way or the other. And I told you guys this, and I'll say this again. When we looked at the prices being around $27,000 at the end of the year, when we looked at Ethereum being at 3,000 by the end of this month, which is clearly not going to happen. I hope those are famous last words, you know, is that I hope I say this and then, you know, people try to spite me and say, oh, you said it wouldn't happen now. And then it happens. That's good for me. I'll take that. Is that it doesn't look like we're going to get there. It doesn't look like we're going to be above 2,000 by the end of this month. We certainly could, but it doesn't look like it at this point. If we're not at 2,000 by the end of this month, at least, really closer to 2,500, then it might be time to start scaling back some ideas. You know, you got to remember bull runs, they come in waves. And if you remember, there was a point where everything was so bullish, we said, we're this early in the bull run, everything's this bullish, it may be time for us to amend some predictions. We got some confirmations of that. Prices kept going up early in the bull run once again. So we had to kind of say like, okay, now let's look for where prices can go. For Ethereum right now, it's lagging behind so hard, either one of two things is going on right now. There's nothing in the middle here. I want you guys to hear me on this. There's literally nothing in the middle here. Either Ethereum is being manipulated so hard that when it pops, we are going to see one of the most epic candles and runs in 2 or 3 days we've ever seen from a major altcoin. We're either going to see that, or Ethereum's just going to lag behind the entire bull run. There's nothing in between. With all the bullish news that we had recently, if that was not enough, with all the grayscale buys, with all the demand, if that wasn't enough for us to end up getting a pop at some point, then I don't know what it is. Maybe they want me to give up on Ethereum. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe as soon as I come on this channel and say, we moved all our ETH holdings, that's when it'll moon. Maybe we can bait them into that. What do you think, TJ?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we can bait them into that. Okay, guys, last thing. What, you got something, TJ?
No,
you came up on screen.
No, I didn't. It was a issue with OBS.
OBS. Today's show brought to you by Essential Water. I really love this. I love water, guys. I rediscovered my taste for water. Okay, guys, last thing I want to talk about is that, you guys are right, by the way, real quick before we get to the last thing, or you can leave it up there. On the chart here, yeah, we do have a green dot for Ethereum. But if you'll see, that was like 1 hour before Bitcoin. And if you see when it went up, when did it go up? Right when Bitcoin went up. I can't wait for the day where they're not totally tied together. But it's kind of a hit and miss thing, because once Ethereum and Bitcoin aren't tied together, then that kind of negates the whole Bitcoin cycle thing, and then that takes away the ability for us to predict what's going to happen. So, something to think about. But the thing I want to say here is, guys, the future is here. Yesterday, I had a chat with Crypto Crow on his channel. We did a live stream, and we were talking. And, during that chat, I started getting kind of nostalgic for when I first met Crypto Crow and when I first started my YouTube channel. And I remember there was a day, it was in Chicago. This was actually the same trip where I met Justin J. Chains, who's on New Money Gang with us. Make sure you guys are following New Money Gang on YouTube. And it was the first trip I ever met him on. But there was the first night I was there, I think it was a Monday. I think it was like a Monday through a Wednesday or something like that. But it was me, Crypto Crow, Crypto Love, Crypto Beatles, and Crypto Crow's wife. And the five of us sat outside of a little restaurant at the hotel we were at. I think we were at the Waldorf, I think. And we were sitting outside, and we were talking about crypto. Of course, I only had I think I had 4,000, maybe 3,500 subscribers at the time, maybe 3,000. Nobody knew who I was. Nobody cared who I was. Nobody watched this channel, But it was just me talking crypto. And I couldn't believe that these guys with all these subscribers, like 70, 80,000 subscribers, that, and that's when nobody in crypto had over 200. They were talking to me, and we were just having this conversation about what was happening in crypto. And we had a lot of talks that night about where crypto was going. And a lot of those conversations revolved around regulation, IRS, taxes, ETFs, institutional investing, CME gaps, where the prices of these coins are going to, how many altcoins we had, where we were putting our investments. And, I just had this feeling yesterday. I mean, I hadn't seen Crypto Crow in I hadn't talked to him in probably about, 6 or 8 months in terms of, I talked to him on the phone maybe 3 months ago. But face-to-face, I hadn't talked to him in a long time. And it hit me like the future's here. We're in it right now. All of those things that we were sitting at a little restaurant outside talking about. Of course, back then you didn't have to wear masks, and there was no problem sitting next to people. That was quite different. It was in Chicago, but the future's here now. All the things that we were talking about came to pass. It once again, like the meme, it didn't happen left to right. It didn't happen black and white. It didn't happen extremely easy, but we've got here. And all these companies are putting money in Bitcoin just like we all believed that they would. And here's my encouragement to you guys. Right now there's a trend going on TikTok. Do you guys know what it is? NFTs. People love NFTs. We're actually going to have Crypto Stash on the show, I think, next week to talk about NFTs. And I want to get into some of the other use cases for them. But this morning I was scrolling through TikTok. I was scrolling through my own feed on TikTok, and I was looking at some of my older videos. And I found an NFT video that I made about, I think I was in Carolina. Maybe it was in October. It was for the Panthers game, the Falcons-Panthers game in Carolina I took my son to. And I think that was where I made this video. And I just remember thinking wow, it's amazing how I was telling people about all this stuff on TikTok, and the video got hardly any views and nobody was watching it. But now look what's happening. NFTs are taking over everything. Exactly as I predicted. Okay? Here's my encouragement to you guys. It's now time, in my opinion, to start looking past where we're at now. Where we're at right now is going to have an immediate impact on your financial future. Okay? In the next 6 months, how much money you have is going to be determined based on decisions you make today. Okay? But if we project out further to where all of this is going, and I think you see it, to where everything is going with Bitcoin and crypto. And you got Michael Saylor sitting out there talking about a $100 trillion market cap. Guys, this is bigger than just this bull run. And the people that lead this bull run, that lead this space, that talk about Bitcoin and talk about crypto every single day, when they're telling you that things are coming that are going to be big and these are things that you need to pay attention to, there's value in that. The most valuable things in the future for financial investments, for where you're going to make your money to get your financial freedom from, are things, ideas, companies, and people that you haven't even heard of yet. So when people put these things on your radar, I would suggest you listen because I know what they're talking about. That's all I got. Drop some comments down below. Be blessed. BitBoy out.